John and Mick were ready to bid farewell to Te Kula and embark on the nearly 4-hour journey back to the bustling tourist center of Kuta.
Although a 4-hour journey may appear lengthy, the boys could once again enjoy the breathtaking views of rural Bali, from the bustling desses to the expansive stretches of lush farmland that were interspersed with stunning mountain views.
After settling into the hotel, the boys headed out to explore the bustling streets of Kuta and spoil themselves with a $15 toe spa, better known as a pedicure.
With their pampered toes, Mick and John set out to explore more of Kuta when exploring the Beachwalk Mall and enjoyed a bintang at the Swell Sports Bar. Later that evening for dinner, the boys enjoyed a traditional Balinese meal, which was, of course, a pizza from Pizza Hut. Now it was time to rest up for their big day tomorrow.
The next morning.
So what does one do with only one day in Kuta? As much as possible. And being a tight-arse traveler, it must be done cheaply. So with that in mind, it was off to explore the quirky, the odd, and of course Tanah Lot.
Mick discovered Upside Down World, prompting the boys to hail a bluebird taxi to explore it. Upside Down World proved to be fascinating, and they had a great time creating poses that made them appear, quite literally, upside down. And who doesn't enjoy a bit of fun?
John and Mick needed a caffeine boost, so they opted to stop by the nearby IKEA for a coffee and a cinnamon bun, before finalizing their ultimate adventure in Kuta.
The boys made a wise decision to hail a bluebird taxi and head to the 16th century Balinese temple of Tanah Lot, aptly named Land in the Sea, a name that becomes clear upon visiting.
Pura Tanah Lot was founded by the Indonesian missionary Dang Hyang Nirartha, who, according to legend, transported the rock 300 meters from the mainland when the locals at Baraban village opposed him. Indeed, it's an impressive accomplishment by any measure.
Now let's listen to John's thoughts on the experience thus far.
This is our last day in Bali, and we decided to go to Tanah Lot. It's been great. And yeah, there's the boy. There's Mick. Him come along for the ride today. Yeah, we caught the cab out actually today. The old Bluebird cab. And yeah, had a good day. It's pretty impressive. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later.
That commentary was riveting as John didn't tell us anything of any value, except that they caught a bluebird taxi.
Hey, Amanda, it could be worse. At least we don't have to live with him and listen 24/7.
Thank goodness for those small blessings.
So as it was low tide, John and Mick decided to visit the temple, which was only a short walk across the rocks.
As you traverse the rocks towards the temple of Tanah Lot, you pass an interesting cave guarded by a spiritual sea snake, which is believed to protect the temple. Legend has it that Dang Hyang Nirartha transformed his sash into this venomous snake. The sea snake is said to reside at the island's base, shielding the temple from evil wrongdoers. As you can see, Mick and John were indeed fortunate on that day that they did not enrage the slimy sea serpent.
This is quite spectacular. Last time we were here, couldn't get up, but yeah, we'll leave that for the tourists. Anyway, we'll go up there and see if we can get something to eat anyway. That's what it's all about. I'm looking down because I don't want to fall in the hole. Because that's the way it goes. Anyway, catch us later.
The boys walked past the numerous warongs and souvenir stalls that were everywhere to get a different view of Tanah Lot. Known for being budget-conscious travelers, they chose not to dine there and preferred to wait for dinner instead. However, John did buy a bottle of water, which he probably thought was splurging out.
But the time had come for Mick and John to bid farewell not just to Tanah Lot, but also to their entire stay in Bali. As they traveled back to Kuta in their Bluebird taxi, it provided them with a moment to contemplate their experiences. Sometimes chaotic, sometimes peaceful, sometimes exhausting, and sometimes relaxing. This trip certainly gave the boys a real taste of Bali and the many wonderful local people they met on their adventures.
Thus, the boys returned to the Swell Bar for a meal and a restful night, as they were facing a big day ahead with their flights back to Brisbane and needed to be on top of their game to handle the airport crowds.